Welcome to Bountiful Education. Bountiful Education. I'm drinking my pineapple tea today. This cup is not so interesting, but the teapot is so cute. I love this so much. Actually, it has this little globe on it. It's also a cup. Okay, all right. Bountiful Education. Today we're learning about how to teach your child how to read in 10 minutes. I'm only going to be talking for 10 minutes, but obviously it's going to take a bit longer to teach your child how to read. Really easy tips starting from age 2 or 3 or whenever they show interest in reading books with you. This is the time to start teaching them how to read. Okay, so what does everybody start with when learning how to read? Obviously, it's the alphabet. So what a lot of parents will do is they'll say H, H, M, M. Okay, but this is wrong because it's not that important to learn the name of the letter when they are learning to read. It's actually quite confusing. So when they see the word mop and they see the letter M, the first thing they think is M. They don't think So when you teach them the letters, you can say M says So you're still teaching them the name, but the focus is on the sound. B says b, bus. What does B say? Bus. Now, the interesting thing is that your children will put these pictures in their mind and they'll connect the sound and the pictures. When my firstborn was 2, I started doing this with him because he had interest. Not every 2-year-old is ready for this. If they don't show interest, then don't worry about it. Like, it's really early because you want them to love reading. If you force it, they're going to hate reading. So what my son did was he saw these cards, every day or whenever I remembered. And for example, octopus. What does O say? O says ah. So then he saw a sign outside and he said, "Look, Mom, octopus." He called the O octopus because this is a picture that he knows. O means nothing. O is a shape. But octopus is something he can remember. So he connected the picture with the letter in his little baby mind, and that helped him to get a more firm grasp on the connection of the letters and the sounds. So, number 1, focus on the sounds, not the names. Once they have that down, now it's time to start reading. There's 2 things that you have to keep in mind when you teach your child how to read. Number 1 is sight words. Number 2 is CVC words. Those are consonant, vowel, consonant, CVC. So dog, cat, big. What you're going to do after your child knows the sounds of the alphabet, you are going to read with your child. Now, I'm sure you're already reading with your child, but now your child is going to start reading too. When you read the book, you're going to find one sight word for the book. And every time you come to this sight word, you let your child read it. For example, the. So every page, whenever you come across the, you point to it and say, "What is it? The." So your child will say the on every single page. If your kid gets a little tired of it, especially if they're really young, like 2 or 3, just have them say it 1 time per page. But as they're older, like 4 or 5, they can say all the thes. What you need to pay attention to is your child's energy level. You want them to love reading. So don't force it, okay? So based on your child's age, can be 1 per page, like read 1 the or read 3 thes. So number 1 is sight word. Why do we teach sight words with phonics? The reason is because once your child can know the sight words, they see the word, they know it. They don't have to sound out every single word. So when they see a sentence like, the cat is big, they know they know is. They only have to sound out 2 words. K-at, cat. B-ig, big. The k-at, cat is b-ig, big. So it takes away the effort, and also it helps them have confidence that, wow, I can read a sentence. Okay, so sight words are important. Just 1 sight word for the whole book. The next time you read, if they have that sight word down, okay, let's review the. So the, go through 3 pages. Do you remember that word we learned yesterday? The. Okay, so 3 pages, he finds the, or she finds the, and then let's do a new word today. Okay, today we're also going to find a. Is a, of course. So the, So every page they find 1 the, or 2 thes, and 2 us. So the, then that's a great way to practice. So that's sight words. And every day you can add a new sight word if they remember the other ones. Whenever you add a new sight word, first they have to find the review sight words, and once they have found one of each of the review sight words, ding, it's time to add a new one. Also, it's important that you do it every day. 10 minutes, only 10 minutes. Set the timer, say, okay, this is the reading timer. We're going to read for 10 minutes, you and me. You're going to be a super reader. And you can give an incentive. Like, oh, if you read together today, you can have a sticker on your chart. So stickers on the chart are great incentive. Keep the prizes small for as long as you can. What I like to do is I like to say, okay, every 3 pages or every 4 pages we read, I'm going to swing you around the living room, or I'm going to lift you up in the air, or some active kind of play that you can do as a little break, especially if they're smaller and not too heavy. You can do a little man race where you get on your knees and you run on your knees across the living room to see who's fastest. You can do that. Just some kind of active play in the middle of the book to keep their interest. Okay, so next is the CVC words. You have the sight words and the CVC words. So as you're reading, first you introduce sight words, and then after they know the letters of the alphabet, the sounds they make, you can be reading a book together and you can say, what does this say? So let me show you. First of all, I'll show you 3 books and why one of them or 2 of them are good and why one of them is not the best choice for reading together with your child. Okay, I like this book here because it has lots of books inside. But there are some good books and some not so good books. Let's look at Are You My Mother? I think this book is good because they have very vivid pictures and they have not too many sentences per page. The baby bird could not fly. Make sure you touch the words when you're reading. The baby bird could not fly. When you get to that can be a sight word. Your child reads the. What does this say? The could. The baby bird could. Let's read this together. Ought. Ought. Not. And have your child repeat after you. Not. Good. Fly. The only thing I have to say about that book is it's very long. So when your child gets tired, you can say, let's finish it tomorrow. You don't have to finish on the same day. Okay, let's look at this book, Baby Animals. It's an adorable book with really good pictures, but I just have one thing to say that's why it's not the best beginner reader books. But let's look at these words here. Baby woodchuck has been asleep all winter long. Now, just in that sentence, these are all longer sentences. They have vowel combinations that are a little difficult. Okay, you can see here they have some good sight words like he, will, be, all, has. Those are good sight words. But there's not
really any good CVC words on this page. You want to have at least a few so the child can start having recognition. Also look at this page. Do we have any CVC words? No. There are some good sight words, but all these words are a little more advanced. There's not really any CVC words.
Okay, so there you go. How to teach your child to read in 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes of listening to me at least. Now you have the tools. Now you can do it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. If you liked the video, if you find it helpful, give it a thumbs up. That would make me so happy. Till next time.